You never forget your first love, do you? That one person who still makes your heart skip a beat when their song comes on the radio, even after all these years. Well, friends, life has a funny way of bringing the past back when you least expect it. Just last month, I was standing in the cereal aisle at Walmart, of all places, when I saw her. Margaret, the girl who broke my heart in 1978. There she was, just 10 feet away, comparing prices on brand flakes like it was any ordinary Tuesday. After 45 years, would she even recognize me? Should I say something? My hands started sweating like I was 18 years old all over again. Now I know what you're thinking. Bob, you should have turned around and walked away. But here's what happened next that changed everything. The moment that changed everything, I took a deep breath and said the dumbest thing possible. Still eating bran flakes, I see. And when she turned around, time just stopped. Those same green eyes, that same half smile. But here's what shocked me most. She didn't look like a stranger. After 45 years, 3 marriages between us, and who knows how many grandkids, it felt like no time had passed at all. We ended up talking right there in the cereal aisle for 30 minutes. Turns out, she'd been widowed 2 years earlier. Lived just 15 minutes from me this whole time. Still remembered the poem I wrote her in high school. But here's what really surprised me. It wasn't romance I felt. It was something much more powerful. The unexpected gift of second chances. That chance meeting gave me 3 incredible gifts every senior deserves. 1. Closure. We finally talked about why we really broke up. Turns out her parents forced her. 2. Perspective, seeing how life had shaped both of us differently. 3. Renewed energy. Suddenly I wanted to get out more, take better care of myself. Now I'm not saying you should track down your old flame, but what if running into someone from your past could actually help you move forward? Because what happened next with Margaret wasn't at all what I expected. There we were, 2 70-somethings sitting in a Walmart cafe of all places, laughing about how life had taken us in completely different directions. Margaret became a school teacher. I joined the Navy. She raised 3 daughters. I barely saw my son grow up during my corporate years. But here's what shocked me most. That first meeting sparked something neither of us saw coming. The friendship that changed everything. After that day in the cereal aisle, Margaret and I started meeting for coffee every Tuesday. Not as lovers, but as 2 people who'd lived full lives and still had stories left to tell. And somewhere between reminiscing about our 1973 prom and comparing knee replacement scars, I discovered something extraordinary. 3 unexpected benefits of reconnecting. 1. Memory lane is a brain gym. Discussing old times actually strengthened my recall. Neurologists say revisiting positive memories can help maintain cognitive function. Who knew nostalgia was good exercise? 2. The gift of being trolley. Known Margaret remembered things even my wife of 30 years never knew, like how I failed driver's ed twice. There's magic in being with someone who knew you before life made you cautious. 3. A second chance at forgiveness. We finally apologized, me for my teenage jealousy, her for that brutal breakup letter. Carrying that hurt for decades was heavier than I'd realized. But here's where the story takes a turn I never expected. The day everything changed. 3 months into our friendship, Margaret handed me a manila envelope. Inside were every letter I'd ever sent her, even the one I threw in the lake after we broke up. Turns out she'd fished it out and kept it all these years. Reading my 19-year-old self's words now, I didn't see heartbreak. I saw resilience, potential, a life still unwritten. And that's when it hit me. Reconnecting wasn't about reliving the past. It was about seeing your whole story. At our age, it's easy to only see the last chapters, the aches, the losses, the used tos. But Margaret remembered me when I still believed I could conquer the world. And somehow, through her eyes, I started believing it again too. Now you're probably wondering, did we fall back in love? Well, what happened next surprised us both. If you told me a year ago that I'd be standing here today holding these two pictures side by side, well, I wouldn't have believed you. This one is Margaret and me at senior prom, 1973. And this one is us last month, at her granddaughter's wedding, how a reconnection changed everything. That envelope of letters didn't just bring back memories, it sparked an idea. Margaret's granddaughter was getting married, and she asked if I'd help recreate our prom photo with her. Just for fun, but when we stood there in her backyard, me in my borrowed suit, her in a dress with pockets, because we're grown-ups now, something magical happened. The 3 life-changing lessons we learned. 1. Love evolves. We didn't fall back in love. We discovered a deeper, richer kind. The kind that texts when the arthritis forecast looks bad, brings soup when the other is sick, laughs about prostate exams instead of whispering about them. 2. Regrets lose their power. That breakup that haunted me for decades, now we joke that her parents did us both a favor. I needed the Navy. She needed to become a teacher. The pain wasn't wasted. It was redirecting us. 3. It's never too late for new traditions. We started first Sunday brunches, inviting other old friends and widows from our high school. Last month, 14 of us crammed into a diner booth like teenagers again. The waitress said we were the loudest table she'd ever served. The surprise benefit nobody talks about. Here's what shocked me most. Reconnecting with Margaret didn't just heal old wounds. It gave me back parts of myself I'd forgotten. That boy who wrote poems, he's still in here. The young sailor who dreamed big. Turns out he's got some dreams left. Now, I'm not saying you should track down your first love, but maybe there's someone from your past who remembers you before life made you cautious, before losses made you guarded, and maybe, just maybe, reconnecting could help you meet yourself again too. If this story resonated with you, I'd love to hear in the comments. Who from your past would you love to reconnect with? What's one memory of your younger self that makes you smile? And if you're feeling brave this week, maybe send that text, make that call. You never know what beautiful surprises might be waiting. Because sometimes the greatest gift isn't going back. It's discovering who you still get to become.